What was the deciding factor? Was it injuries piling up over the years? Was it the acting career on the horizon? What was it?
I would say that it was just more of the injuries and just where he's kind of at the position right now is like, you know what, I probably could play if I wanted to, but my body is probably taken enough of a beating over this 9-year period of time. You know, let me now transition into something else. I truly thought the guy was going to come back and play. I still felt like he had gas left in the tank, but I think it probably was just the fact of the injuries probably took a lot of wear and tear on it, and mentally he was done.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it is the injuries. I think he just knew that he wasn't the same type of player that he used to be. And once you're not the same type of player, he might as well move on at this point because, I mean, yeah, if he's Antonio Gates, or not to take anything away from Antonio Gates is willing to keep playing even though he's not the same player. For Rob Gronkowski, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer anyway. He might as well just go out on top. He's got 3 Super Bowl rings.
Doug, ESPN reported that Gronk called the team to inform him of his decision to retire moments before he posted to Instagram. So got to ask you about the timing of it. We're 11 days after the start of free agency. Did Gronk put them in a difficult spot?
A little bit, just because $9 million comes off the cap now at this point. So maybe they would have upped their offer to Adam Humphries. Maybe they would have upped their offer to Jared Cook, who still hasn't officially signed with the Saints, by the way. That's a tight end who maybe the Patriots could pry him away from the Saints. We'll see what happens on Monday or Tuesday with that. But maybe that extra $9 million, you know, maybe they would have paid 10 or 11 million for Adam Humphries at that point.
Wiggy, on the field, the production wasn't the same from Rob Gronkowski during the regular season, but we saw he still had a lot left at the tank in the postseason. So with that said, how do they replace Rob Gronkowski? Because now it's been a quiet offseason for the Patriots.
You can't replace Rob Gronkowski and his production and what he does on the football field. All you can do is just pray every night that, you know, if you draft somebody in the first round, which I think you have to do now, and you look at there are a bunch of tight ends out there, you look at Rob Gronkowski and what he was able to do throughout his career. There'll never be another one like him. And I think Rob Gronkowski was one of those guys. If I can't play at the highest level, which is the best tight end in the league, if I can't cook everybody, then you know what? It's time for me to walk away.
What if they don't replace Rob Gronkowski, right? Like, what if they don't get, you know, and when I say that, not singularly, but get a couple of guys, get some weapons for Tom Brady. Does this speed up Tom Brady's timeline as far as when he thinks he's going to retire?
I mean, he could. He still hasn't signed that extension that everyone keeps expecting him to sign. That would take another $5 million off the cap. But, I mean, Tom Brady has said over and over again he wants to play until he's 45. It would feel a little bit weird at this point for him to backtrack and say, all right, maybe he'll get out at 42, 43, somewhere around there. So I do expect him to keep playing, but I'd say that with the current receiver core that the Patriots have, Tom Brady's not going to be the same quarterback next year, so they definitely have to work to get an A.J. Green type or to get, you know, one of those first-round tight ends, whether it's Noah Fant or T.J. Hawkinson. Both those guys are kind of interesting, by the way, both coming out of Iowa. Kirk Ferentz, their head coach, former offensive line coach for Bill Belichick in Cleveland. So you know those guys are at least been, you know, trained and practiced at blocking.
Quickly, any chance you think Gronk changes his mind, comes out of retirement at some point?
Maybe. I guess you know, if he goes into whatever his next, you know, endeavor may be, and we all know and we've all heard that it's going to be the acting world. Maybe Gronk's one of those guys where he's, you know, through his acting, he's like, yeah, I like this, but I miss that burning feeling, that football in my blood. You know, me, I want to get back up there.
Well, I was just going to add maybe 3rd and 5. You know, inside the 5,
inside the 5. That's it.
Wiggins,
I'm a specialist. That's it. 85's in the game. It must be third. It must be 3rd and goal.